Hi, this is Krista at the Secret Yarnery. Welcome to everything I crocheted this summer. So grab a whip and sip and a notepad if you want to write down any of these great projects to add to your own whip list. And let's jump right in. Now for summer, I'm going to say summer holidays for my kids. They well, there's a bunch of them. So generally I'm going to say from mid-June all the way up until last weekend. They just started school this week here. So super excited to share all of that with you. And I'm also very interested to hear what you crocheted this summer. So let me know in the comments below, especially if you had like a favorite thing or something you're super proud of. I'd love to hear all about it. Also, I should clarify that everything I'm showing you is already both right and left-handed tutorials on my channel, and also written patterns available over on my website, secretyarnery.com. So all of them are all three, right-handed, left-handed, written pattern. I will put a link to all of those in the description box under this video, but just in case I forget, or in case you just want to do it on your own and not come back to the description of this video, just do a Google search for Secret Yarnery plus whatever you are looking for. So Secret Yarnery crochet scarf, left-handed, and the video should pop right up, as well as a written pattern. So that is just a little tip between you and me, and especially even how I find my own tutorials, because there is a lot of tutorials already on my channel. So the first thing I crocheted this summer, which I am super proud of, I'm really happy to have it done, is the Drunken Granny baby blanket, but with the border. So I did both. I did the blanket and I did the border, holding it upside down, of course I am. So this is the gorgeous border. Isn't that the prettiest? Now what is so great about this border is it is perfect for any Drunken Granny blanket or project of any sort. It has a gorgeous corner and it is one row. So you just do one row around your blanket and you are done. So you don't have to do a chain, single crochet, double crochet round, nothing like that. You just jump straight into the border and it just finishes off your blanket so nicely. You can also use the same color yarn as you used for your blanket. You do not have to use a contrasting color, but it does look super cute. So that is another little great thing, and I'm super happy to have it done. I did the Drunken Granny baby blanket, my first one, years and years ago, but I was using Kenyan acrylic back then, so I didn't have like the length or the amount of yarn used, just like 500 grams. But Kenyan acrylic does not come with any yardage, so I couldn't tell anybody. And so many questions over the years, how much yarn did you use? How many yards? How many meters? So I redid the blanket. This one here, I used 600 grams of Savor, and I put on a cute little border. I think it was like 50 grams for the border, less than 50 grams. So I love it. Let's pop it onto this chair. Also, this blanket, if you're asking about that one, that is the Eggtastic, and I totally love it. It is a 2-row repeat, but I totally love it. It was for Easter, but it also could be for any time of year. Love my Drunken Granny. Now, the piece de la what is it? The piece de la resistance. Is that what it is? That's what I mean. Anyway, the main masterpiece, my claim to fame, the love of my life, although we do break up every now and again. We broke up for 2 years, just too many ends. But it is, y'all know what it is, right? Frank. Hi, Frank. Now, Frank and I are best friends. We're hanging out a lot, although I do have him generally over in my cubbies because he is waiting to be filmed, the border. So I still have, just before I show it around, I'm going to show you straight to your face, I have the tails to sew in just here around the edge. Just those guys. The rest is all sewn in, but I have left these because I find them easier to sew in when there's more stitches around, and I do want to put a border on it. So I should just show you, right? Okay, let me show you. Get ready for greatness. Like if you're sipping coffee, swallow before you see this one because it's great. Okay, hold on. Boom! Right? Let me bring it closer for you. You see how great that is? Just love it. So what is another great feature is how we did it. See how it's all offset, so there's a small circle in between all the big circles? So it is not just a grid of big circles. It is totally offset. So I like to think of it as 1960s wallpaper, like June Jetson. That's June Cleaver and Judy Jetson put together. So June Jetson would have this on her very modern kitchen wallpaper, right? Can you see it? Little space rockets coming in and out with grocery deliveries. Yes. So this is my Frankly circles awaiting the border, but that will be coming out in the fall. It's on my list of things to do. Now, the truth, are you ready for it? I had the border all figured out. I did borders all the way along, this border, that border, this border, that border. I took pictures of them, each one, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna film it. So I undid all the borders, got ready to film, and then something came up. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't film it. After I had frogged all of the border off. I'm not joking about it. So now I'm like, I think I did like 6 or 7 different borders. So now I have to go back into Google Photos and look to see what I did. Because I know I definitely loved what I was doing, and I definitely didn't love the other variations of it, but no idea. I mean, I know there's sets of 2 double crochet. That's as far as I know. I'm like, I don't even know. And like, I think it's like 4 or 5 rows, and like the last row, I did something different also. I don't know. But I gotta figure that out so I can film it and get it finished and get these very last tails sewn in. And these are the tails at the back. I'd like to point out there isn't any. It took me hours, days, I'd probably say days, which is why if you are going to consider doing a frank, the ends are a thing. So my advice to you, do all the big circles, put them into stacks of 6 or whatever works out for the math of your blanket, and then sew in those, like pop on a good podcast or a good video or a good TV show, sew in the tails on that stack of 6 and then bring out another stack of 6. Don't look at it like I have to sew in all the tails of all these circles. Just break it down into a TV show or a podcast or an audiobook or something, and a pack of 6, get your 6 done. If you have time, move on to another stack of 6. Then when they're done, crochet them together. So totally worth it, but you do need to take like a little mental break for sewing in the ends. It is a thing, it's an event. So keep that in mind if you are gonna start a long life relationship with Frank. Very long lasting. So here is Frank. Now we are going chronological. So the next thing I made, we were already up into July. So we did a little bit of Christmas in July, if you remember. And this is My really cute granny square stocking advent calendar. Isn't that the cutest thing? So these are 24 little booties. I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way. That's probably the right way, because all the little booties are sticking out now, facing you. But they are just right for like a Ferrero Rocher or a little note, something really cute, rolled up money. Love money. Something really cute in the stockings. Now, I have 4 kids, so to get them to share an advent calendar, difficult. So also included in the written pattern are these cute little numbers. They're little numbered presents, 1 to 24, and you can print them out and cut them out and just pop them in to each one of these little stockings, and then you don't have to fill them with anything. You just remove one of the numbers for like that day. So 24 days, 21 days, all that, until all of your stockings are empty and it's Christmas. So that is part of the PDF if you are interested in that, and totally good if you don't want to commit to putting presents or money in your advent calendar. Love it, right? It's so cute, and it is just the right size to fit on your fireplace or a window ledge. My first one was quite large, so I had to redo it, make it smaller so it fits just like a normal mantle with a little bit of swag, or a window, the top of a window, a curtain rod. It would be really cute. Doorway. I love it. So that is the Advent Christmas calendar. I'm gonna put him on Frank too. Next in the Christmas theme is my Christmas flower granny square. Now this little beauty has my hair on it, of course it does, is perfect for anything you want to do Christmassy. You could also reverse the colors and do these cute popcorn stitches in green, and then it is a little wreath. So it can be a Christmas stocking or a Christmas wreath, and it is a real granny square, all those rows together. So it's not like an applique or any sewing involved. It is a real granny square that is super festive. So that is my crochet flower Christmas flower crochet granny square, something like that. I'll link the real word in the description box or up on the screen, but that is really cute, fun to do, and you of course can make anything out of them. It's a granny square. Poor Frank is having some visitors over today. Next, in the theme of Christmas in July, we did these super cute bobble skirt ornaments. Doesn't look like much, right? Like a little mushroom cap, but check out what you can do. Da, da, da. Boop. They fit right on a Christmas bauble, and they totally dress it up. So you get like that handmade feel of Christmas without having to like crochet, like single crochet a whole entire bauble or a whole entire Christmas ornament. You just do this super cute little mesh to pull down around it. It's a bit snug, so it's just right. It totally stays when you pull it down. So those are adorable. And then they end up looking like that. So you could have like matte finish, sparkle, patterned, shiny, whatever you want. And of course you can mix and match any sort of yarn, any color of yarn on to any color bauble. So you could always mix and match whatever your color theme is that year if you change colors at Christmas like I do. So blue could go on to gold, it could go on to silver, it could go on to green, it could go on to, what else would I put it with? That's probably about it. But you could make them in like a silver yarn. You could do them in a white yarn. You could put your white on any of your colors, white and green, white and red, or on both of them to kind of tie together a red and green Christmas theme. So these are super cute and also really easy to do. It's literally just like chains and single crochet. And you don't waste any of that sparkle or shine from your Christmas ornament. You don't totally cover it. You still see it. You still get your glitz and glam, but you get a little crochet goodness to go along with it. So those are spectacular and really open up the creative possibilities for a crochet Christmas. The next thing I crocheted this summer was this. I like to think gorgeous. I love it. It's one of my favorite granny squares right now, is the Hibiscus granny square. It is hibiscus inspired. I love it. And yes, it is a complete and true granny square. It is not a flower that you sew on to a granny square. So it's really fun to do because you do your little rounds and you're doing something different every round. And then you literally put your leaves on and pop it into a square or turn it into a square. So I love it. It's also part of the Bloomscape cowl, but I'll be showing you that a little later on. So excited to share that one with you. And I totally love this flower. Like, I love it. It'd be so cute literally anywhere. Center of a handbag, right? I'd live in it. I just love it. Hair tie, like anywhere. Me and this flower, very close. I love it. So this is my hibiscus flower granny square. Now officially hanging out with Frank. Next is, this was a family members crochet along, and now it is also a tutorial and written pattern for everyone. So this was really fun to do. The reason behind it is to get a shawl with these extra stitches to go around your shoulders. So if you fold it, can you see those extra stitches in there? If I hold it tight, there, you can see how it's a bit wobbly there. That is extra stitches to go around your shoulders like that. So it's built to go around your body, and it is with Gelato from Ice Yarns. Isn't that great? So this is Gelato from Ice Yarns, and it also has that gorgeous drop leaf border. Isn't that so pretty? So perfect for spring, summer, fall. It would be great in fall colors, right? So this is the Gelato Shawl, made to stay on your shoulders. Now I feel like I'm a little short. It's so cute, right? So this Gelato Shawl with drop leaf border, definitely one of my faves. I did make about 8 of these getting the pattern right, so I'm still a little over it. I have like PTSD from making so many of these shawls, but I do like this finished one quite a bit. And of course, conveniently, it goes with a lot of my clothes. So I really like it. And it's not too hot. It is actually mercerized acrylic, but it has a real feel like cotton, but it would be great also in cotton. They say it's a 2-weight yarn. I used a 4mm crochet hook. So it is Gelato from Ice Yarns. It is cute. And it's very wearable. It's very wearable friendly. The next thing I crocheted this summer was this dishcloth, which is great. A dishcloth is a dishcloth, except a homemade dishcloth with a really nice cotton yarn. It doesn't have to be a really nice cotton yarn, although this is a nice cotton yarn, but it is, I got a lot of questions. Why do you need a dishcloth? I buy dishcloths. very true. I buy dishcloths also. But what I like a homemade or a crocheted dishcloth for is if I am really doing it myself, if I'm cleaning my kitchen, if I'm cleaning my dishes, I like to use something that has a bit of a natural scrubbability to it. Let me show you the texture of it. Let me hop up and show you the texture of it. You see how it has that texture? So that really helps naturally kind of scrub your dishes, wipe your counters. It feels really nice. It's 100% cotton, so it does dry quickly. It does absorb water nicely. Really, really great. And I also made them so for your hand. See that? To not be too small. I didn't want a small little cloth. You can see this one I did. That one is a small little cloth. See my hands over the edge there? I don't like that. I want my hand to be in the middle of my cloth, pushing around. I want the cloth to be doing the work, not my little fingers. So that is why homemade cloths are so good. You do want to have a cute texture to it, and you do want to use a small enough hook where the stitches stay kind of tight and kind of together, so you do keep that texture. So this pattern is super great. Also, where are you? Here it is. What cute gift is that? Adorable, right? So this is how they would look all gifted up. So I just used 2 different shades of blue, although they look very similar. That center one is lighter. I don't know if you can see in the camera. And just kind of fold them up, put a little ribbon. They'd be so great for like last minute gifts, or if somebody comes over to your house and they give you something nice and you're like, oh my gosh, I have nothing to give you. Be like, oh, here, I made this for you, right? Just whip them out. So really good 1-row repeat. And I also, part of the pattern, tell you about that, is this cute little edge. I was debating go around the edge or leave it, because going around the edge can be a pain in the butt. It's also stressful if you're a beginner. Like, what is a stitch on the side of your washcloth? What does it even look like? How stressful is that? Is it going to be the right stitch count? Are you putting too many stitches? Not enough? It's going to have the same stretch? I mean, is it worth it, right? So I did one without, I haven't sewn in my ends because no point, I'm not keeping it, without putting a border on. You can see that kind of lumpy side edge. And I'm like, that's a feature. It's cute. But then I'm like, if you use it, it's gonna kind of stretch out more on the edges. It's not gonna stay super cute. So I'm like, just suck it up and do a cute border. So now the pattern has a cute border. I show you exactly where to go in on the sides of your washcloth, walk you through the whole thing, and you end up with a super, I want to say saleable crochet washcloth or dishcloth that you can gift, sell, or keep for yourself. They'd also be really great like for yourself in the bath. I mean, they're just really cute. So these were another something I crocheted this summer. Now here is another masterpiece. It's not Frank, but it's not Frank. So this, are you ready to see it? This is my completed Bloomscape Cal 2023. So we did start at the end of 2022. For 2021, I did a Secret Stitches Cal, and that ended up going right until Christmas, and it was a little bit stressful. Like, you don't want to be joining up stuff, joining up squares, and also getting ready for Christmas. It's kind of not the vibe you're going for, right? So this year, or for this Cal, we started in September. We started a year ago for this, and now we're finished it. So this is mine, and I'm so in love with it. Now, let me show you the join. Well, first of all, Hibiscus, I love you. Daisy, oh, I love it. Here it is. That is the join. That's the last part we did. Isn't that the prettiest thing? And now let me show you the blanket. It's a big one. It's big, right? So that is the Bloomscape join. I joined all those up and got it all finished. Oh, so pretty. Daffodil. Oh, there's so many great. I should do a separate video just about the Bloomscape, just so you can like literally see it. It's spectacular. So let me do that in another video. I didn't crochet at all this summer, or I would go into it, but I definitely did the join and I love the join completely. It even goes around the whole blanket. So it's a finished blanket by the time you're done. Love it. Next is the Drunken Granny scarf. Oh, also conveniently matches my outfit. This is Drunken Granny stitch with the cute border to finish it. Can you see that? It's so pretty, right? So just so it's like finished off, it's like, you know, it's finished on all sides. And it is only with one ball of yarn. So this is Magic Light from Ice Yarns. Let me show it to you. This is Magic Light from Ice Yarns. It is a size 3 DK weight yarn, or an 8 ply if you are in Australia. It is 100% acrylic, and 100 grams has 360 meters, which is just enough to make one scarf. Right? So cute. So this is the Drunken Granny scarf. Super fun to do, and one ball and you're done. I love it. So just grab your ball, grab your hook, pop a good podcast, a good show on, invite somebody over for company, and just get your scarf done. Boom, just like that. So love that one. Definitely a solid. You could also just use it with you could make it with acrylic yarn. You could also just make it with like a solid yarn. It doesn't have to be variegated. And you could also do it with a worsted weight yarn. It doesn't have to be a DK. So tons of possibilities, and I really love it a lot. And then the last thing I crocheted this summer, you probably have seen it. It is this pile of white yarn. No, it is the gorgeous Beached Granny crochet mesh top. Now let me get my belt out of it. Comes with a belt. You're like ready to go with this one. So I love this pattern. I love this yarn. I love everything about it. It is fantastic. So the gist of it, you make 2 panels and you join as you go for the last round of the last panel. And you end up with a super practical, functional crochet mesh top in a gorgeous pattern. Looks super hard to do. Really easy, really fast. I mean, we even do treble crochets. So like, let's not joke. This is the pattern for anything you want to cover up. There's 3 different ways to wear it. So the first, so this is the first way to wear it, which is just like a cover up or a beach cover up. So it is super practical, super comfortable. So this is cotton bamboo light. So 60% bamboo, 40% cotton, and it is a DK weight. Isn't that just like the prettiest stitches? So these are the trebles, and then there's doubles all the way along. So you get a little bit of fanciness to it, but it's still super easy to do. So this is wearing it the first way. Option number 1. Option number 2, get it straight, here we go, is sideways. Sideways, it just adds a little bit of fun to any sort of sundress. So, and it also kind of like, it's figure flattering. Like if you're eating a lot or anything like that, it kind of hides, but it also, I don't know, I think it just looks so pretty. So you can also just use it as sleeves. for your sundress or whatever outfit you have on. Or if you get a little sunburnt, you can just be cute with it. So this is option number 2. Option number 3, oh yeah, this way. I forgot. I'm like, what? It's only the 2 ways. No, there's option number 3. Now hold on, I have to do a reveal. So shut your eyes. Open your eyes. How cute, right? So this is option number 3. It comes with the tutorial to make this cute little belt. It's really simple to do. And you could make it any length, so it's totally customizable to your own size. And then you could just kind of like cinch it in to like highlight a dress or a pantsuit or a jumper. And then you look super cute like this. Isn't that cute? So you could dress up any sort of outfit, plus it still covers your bum. I think it would look so charming in like silver over a black dress for New Year's Eve. It's almost like, you know, you're wearing your own cape, right? Who doesn't want to wear a cape on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? I mean, I love it. This is the last thing I have crocheted this summer, the last and final thing of summer. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Let me know your favorites in the comments under this video and stay hooked.